Good afternoon. I am Maksudova Moxigul Usmonovna from the Faculty of Foreign Languages. Distance learning, distance education. Objectives: after this lesson, students will be able to learn more about distance learning, improve communicative skills on distance learning, analyze advantages and disadvantages of distance learning, learn synchronous and asynchronous learning. The procedure of the lesson: warm up, presenting distance learning, practice, production. Distance education or distance learning is a way of learning remotely without being in regular face-to-face contact with the teacher in the classroom. Distance learning defined. The flexibility of distance learning makes it a popular, appealing option. You can study at your own pace, fitting your studies around your life. For busy people, this form of learning is the ideal alternative to being physically on campus at a big university. Watch the video. Why distance learn? If you like an English education but you live abroad, if you have a family to raise and want to find a way of studying that fits around family life, if you like to improve or transform your career and earn while you learn. Why distance learn? If you like to return to academia and study while you work, if you've always wanted to study a particular subject, but you don't wish to study full-time, if you have a disability that makes it difficult for you to attend classes. Why distance learn? If you have family responsibilities that prevent you from attending classes, if you live far away from a campus or you have problems with getting transport to a campus, if you are self-disciplined and self-motivated, if you have good time management skills. Why distance learning? If you are able to work independently and you don't need someone to check up on your progress all the time. If you prefer to work on your own rather than being surrounded by other students. If you want to be able to work while you study. Synchronous and asynchronous distance learning. Synchronous learning. Synchronous learning is where you take part in learning activities, such as webinars and virtual classes, simultaneously with your instructors and fellow students. Asynchronous learning. Asynchronous learning doesn't require you to participate in learning activities at the same time as your fellow students. Instead, you are given the opportunity to work through the course material at your own pace and according to your own schedule. Textbooks, email and postal correspondence, virtual libraries, CDs and DVDs can all play an important role in the delivery of study material for asynchronous distance learning courses. Synchronous learning advantages. You can interact with your instructors and fellow students in real time. You can get instant feedback from your instructors. You may be more motivated to ask questions or to participate in discussions. Disadvantages. You will have less flexibility as you will have to be available to attend sessions at the scheduled times. You will need to have access to the relevant technology, which may be expensive. You will need to be comfortable using the relevant technology. Asynchronous learning. Advantages. You are free to determine your own study schedule, which means that you will have more flexibility. You can work through the course material at your own pace. This means that you can spend more time on the sections you struggle with, and you can work more quickly through the sections you are comfortable with. Disadvantages. You will need more self-discipline to study on your own and to stick to your study schedule. You may have fewer opportunities for interaction with other students. You may have to wait longer for feedback from your instructors. What is the differences between the distance learning and blended learning? Many courses offered by both open universities and campus-based institutions used periodic sessions of residential or day teaching to supplement the sessions delivered at a distance. This type of mixed distance and campus-based education has recently come to be called blended learning or less often hybrid learning. Many open universities use a blend of technologies and a blend of learning modalities, face-to-face, distance and hybrid, all under the rubric of distance learning. Advantages of distance learning. It gives students greater access to education. It is more affordable. It gives students the option to work and study at the same time. Watch the video and analyze it.
Distance learning courses are a useful, accessible and affordable way to gain nationally recognised and respected qualification. There are a range of benefits of taking a distance learning qualification, including flexibility. With distance learning courses, students can complete the course anywhere, anytime and at their own pace, making learning more convenient for those with a busy lifestyle. Low cost. Online courses choose when they wish to study. Working while studying offers a steady income, stability, and allows students to build on experience. Stay interested. With innovative, interactive resources, distance learning offers engaging alternative to traditional learning methods. Skills Network has video content, interactive games, and challenges to motivate students through their course. Over the last few years, the popularity of distance learning courses has grown remarkably. The Skills Network has met this demand by expanding its range of online distance learning courses for students wishing to gain new skills and improve their knowledge. Online distance learning platforms have taken great strides in enhancing the learning experience. The Skills Network's online learning platform, Equal, is dedicated to providing engaging, exciting, and informative resources that will help students learn and progress in their career. It's easy to enroll in online courses. Simply search for a course in the courses section of our website. Pay online using one of our payment options and receive your login details to inform you how to pay. Or, if you are a paid-based worker, a member of the Skills Network will contact you to send your course out via post. Then, all you need to do is work your way through the course with a dedicated web tutor and customer service advisor at hand. Once the course is completed, you will be issued with your certificate. To learn more about the Skills Network and what we can offer, visit our website www.theskillsnetwork.com or call us at 01757 606 631.
Advantages of distance learning. It allows students to study at their own pace. It allows students to choose from a wide variety of courses. It helps students to develop valuable skills. Disadvantages of distance learning. There is no face-to-face contact with teachers or lecturers. It requires high levels of self-discipline. Some employers don't accept online degrees. Requires adaptability to new technologies. History of distance learning. One of the earliest attempts was advertised in 1728 in the Boston Gazette for Cale Phillips, teacher of the new method of shorthand, who sought students who wanted to learn through weekly mailed lessons. Sir Isaac Pitman, pioneer of distance education in the 1840s. The first distance education course in the modern scenes was provided by Sir Isaac Pitman in the 1840s, who taught a system of shorthand by mailing texts, transcribed into shorthand on postcards and receiving transcriptions from his students in return for correction. The element of student feedback was a crucial innovation of Pitman's system. This scheme was made possible by the introduction of uniform postage rates across England in 1840. Conclusion. In many ways, distance education makes education accessible and available for many people. In this manner, it is particularly well suited to the mission of community colleges. Thanks for your attention.